Last quarter flew by in the blink of an eye. Well, you know what that means. It's time for another quarterly recap. We've recently released our comprehensive 50-page report, which takes a bird's eye view of the crypto industry, covering the overall market, Bitcoin, Ethereum, DeFi, NFTs, and exchanges. Stay tuned and watch till the end for a summary and highlight of the most important updates included in our Q1 crypto industry report. While the markets have been moving sideways for the past few weeks, the market was rallying for most of Q1, compounding on the rally of Q4 last year. Total crypto market cap rallied by 64.5% in Q1, reaching a high of 2.9 trillion on March 13th. While Bitcoin has reached a new all-time high, it's worth noting that the total crypto market cap is slightly shy of that achievement. In absolute terms, the growth of the past quarter was almost double that of Q4 2023, having grown by 1.1 trillion. This was largely driven by the approval of US spot Bitcoin ETFs in early January, sending Bitcoin to a new all-time high in March. Bitcoin continued to be the main beneficiary of inflows, as seen by its slight uptick in dominance. However, since the end of Q1, dominance has seen another uptick and has broken up past an important level to levels not seen since April 2021. Stablecoins have seen continued inflow, growing by 15% or 20.6 billion in absolute terms. USDC has regained a bit of its market share, which had been declining over most of last year. Newcomer USDE entered the chat, breaking into the top 5 stables, even though it launched only in late February. USDE is a synthetic stablecoin issued by the Ethereum protocol and maintains its peg and provides yield through delta hedging mechanisms. It grew to 1 billion in market cap within 2 weeks and currently stands at 2.3 billion in market cap. As for the top categories of this quarter, AI topped the chart, followed by meme coins and real-world assets. Most AI coins continue to see strength so far and are holding up decently against Bitcoin, while we saw a meme coin craze that occurred in Q1, mostly on Solana, but also on Ethereum, Base, and other chains to a lesser extent. RWAs likely got attention after BlackRock announced its latest tokenized treasury BUIDL fund in late March. Last quarter was not short on notable events. Of course, with US spot Bitcoin ETFs approved, Bitcoin breaking all-time highs, multiple airdrops, project launches, and important developments like Uniswap's fee switch proposal and Ethereum's Denken upgrade. We also have to mention the successful crowdfunding of putting Dogwiffe Hat on the Las Vegas Sphere, which raised $699K. This video is brought to you by BingX, a leading crypto exchange with over 10 million users worldwide. BingX offers spot, derivatives, copy trading, and asset management. In 2024, BingX proudly became Chelsea FC's principal partner. Taking a closer look at Bitcoin, the largest crypto grew by 69% in Q1. And no, we're not making these figures up. Immediately after the US spot Bitcoin ETF approvals, Bitcoin saw a 16% correction to a quarterly low of 39,505. However, it then rallied a whopping 85% to hit its new all-time high of $73,098. It then pulled back 18% before recovering to close the quarter at $71,247. Average daily trading volume had risen by 90% quarter on quarter to 34 billion. A new hobby of last quarter has been fund flow watching of US spot ETFs, with traders looking to flows as an indication of bullish or bearish momentum. US spot Bitcoin ETFs held over 55 billion in funds by April 2nd after the approval of US spot Bitcoin ETFs by the SEC on January 10th. BlackRock's IBIT ETF has accumulated over 17 billion in Bitcoin and cemented itself as the second largest Bitcoin ETF. It also had the most trading volume amongst its competitors in Q1. Meanwhile, Grayscale's converted GBTC ETF ended April 2nd with 21.7 billion in AUM. It experienced 6.9 billion in net outflows due to early investors taking profit and its higher fees compared to its competitors. competitors. Despite this, it remained the largest Bitcoin ETF in Q1. Over on Ethereum, the main developments were the Denken upgrade and gaining traction of restaking, with the Denken upgrade successfully implemented on March 13th. Gas fees across layer 2s were significantly reduced to only a few cents per transaction. This led to a surge in activity on L2s, which was 40% higher than last quarter. Linea also saw a boost in activity with growing rumors of an airdrop. ETH restaking on EigenLayer also took off in the past few months, with the total number of restaked ETH rising 36% to 4.3 million. Most of this restaked ETH, 53%, were held by liquid restaking protocols, totaling 2.28 million ETH. EtherFi was the largest LRT protocol of Q1, with a 21% market share or 910k ETH held. Solana remained in the spotlight in Q1, being the beneficiary of the meme coin craze on the network. Despite facing a 5-hour outage on February 6th, almost a year since its last major outage, the Sol token shrugged this off, rallying by 100% in Q1. Aside from the outage, the surge in activity has also been causing congestion on the network. Recently, Solana had rolled out an update as part of several more to tackle the congestion issue. The top 10 Solana meme coins grew by 802% or 8.3 billion in Q1, ending the quarter with over 9 billion in market cap. Out of the top 10 Solana meme coins, only Bonk and Samo existed prior to Q4 last year. Bonk, the #1 meme coin on Solana since its launch in December 2022, was flipped by Whiff in early March. Meanwhile, Boom, launched on March 14th, reached a 1 billion market cap within 2 days. Now, one interesting development in the DeFi sector is points trading and pre-launch markets. Recent months saw the emergence and rise of points programs, which were tied to a project's eluded airdrop. In typical crypto fashion, a market has emerged which allows users to speculate on the future value of their airdrops by enabling points trading on protocols like Whales Market. Traders could also directly speculate on the price of the future token on protocols like Avo and Hyperliquid, which started listing pre-launch markets for tokens which had confirmed their airdrops. Interestingly, these have had relative accuracy in predicting the opening price of the airdrop tokens. NFTs saw some recovery last quarter, where trading volume across the top 10 marketplaces stood at 4.7 billion. Now, this was due to revived attention on Bitcoin and Solana NFTs. Blur remained the leading NFT marketplace in Q1 with over 1.5 billion in volume. Magic Eden gained some market share and surpassed Blur in trading volume in March due to the introduction of its Diamond Reward program and its Ethereum-based marketplace in collaboration with Yuga Labs. OKX, which dominated Bitcoin NFT trading volume in 2023, saw its volumes plunge by 73% as activity shifted to other platforms which supported Bitcoin NFTs, such as Magic Eden and Unisat. Finally, let's have a look at activity on exchanges, which have seen a great quarter. Spot trading volume on the top 10 centralized exchanges hit 4.3 trillion in Q1, a 95% QoQ gain. This is the highest it's been since December 2021. Binance remained the largest CEX, ending March 2024 with half the market share, having slowly regained its dominance throughout the quarter. During the same period, there was a notable increase in new listings and project launches on the exchange. Meanwhile, MEXC, an exchange known for its wide array of smaller cap tokens, saw its market share shrink as traders focused on majors such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Sol. Trading volume on DEXs also climbed significantly, with volume in March being the highest it has been since the 2021 November peak of last cycle. Many of the DEXs on Solana, like Radium and Orca, were the ones that led the growth. Ethereum's share of DEX trading volume fell below 40% as other chains gained more attention. It hit an all-time low of just 30% market share in February 2024. However, despite its decline in market share, the market-wide surge in activity meant it still managed to record 70 billion in trades in March. Arbitrum saw a spike in DEX trading volume driven by its incentive program, which ended in March. Other chains such as Solana and Base also had an active quarter, with meme coins contributing to significant trading volume. Well, that's all that we can cover in this video. Leave a like and share this to your friends if you found this highlight useful. Also, make sure to check out the full report, which we'll link in the description below. See you in the next one.